What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today and yesterday. With this Mbappe discount, guys, we cashed a 5.5x, so another three-man on this channel on my VIP. Pretty much every single day of the World Cup, guys, we've been cashing multiple of these entries right here. Yesterday, we went ahead and cashed an 8.75x, and we cashed another three-man that was given out right here on this channel on Sunday morning. So hopefully you guys have been cashing these entries. I will say the past week on this channel, we've gone absolutely nuclear. We've cashed 1, 2, 3 three-mans, and then on top of that, we have another setup going into today's England versus Croatia game right here with Mark Gruhl and Elliot Anderson, guys. I took James Wood over. He cashes very easily for us at 7-hitter fantasy score. That was an excellent call. I will also say, I'm trying to think, the France and Senegal game, I took Senegal guys to go under. And sorry, I forgot to add the screenshot, but that was probably the one game that I so far this tournament, maybe the second game so far this tournament, that I didn't call correctly. France played worse than I thought they would, and even though they won 3-1, Senegal actually played really well, especially in the first half. Senegal was honestly the better team, I would say, in the first half. Now, we did take the Senegal guys to go under. I should have took them over, and probably within like the first 5 minutes of the game, I was like, man, I'm regretting taking these guys under because they're actually a really solid team. And they were possessing the ball well. They were taking the ball back from France. And yeah, they just kept passing and stuff. And they both go over together instead of under together. So that's how it was with that. And that was actually a play that I gave out a couple of days ago on this channel too. And then again, like I said, we have this one happening in the England-Croatia game. So we'll cross our fingers for that. Now, I will say we have like 4 setups or something, right? We have a setup here, we have a setup here, we have a setup here, and we have a setup here, okay? So all these are set up for us today or tomorrow or whatever it is. I will say, like, all of these lines, guys, as you always see, they've all bumped up, right? So, like, for example, I took this guy at 32. He bumps up to 37. I took James Rodriguez, or I think his name's James Rodriguez, and we took John Lucchini, something like that. And we both these guys' lines have bumped up, right? We took this guy at 46. He's at 49.5. We took this guy at 61. He's at 68.5. That's an incredible bump. 7 pass attempt bump right there. That is insane. Now, I will say, you'll see this kind of center column right here that I have all these screenshots in. And you'll see we had some very close misses yesterday, guys. This is completely fine. We had some very, very close ones here. Could have definitely had another 4-man, but we ended up getting close. For example, on this Valorant play here, this one definitely could have cashed for us here. This guy misses by about 3 passes, and then this guy also misses by about, I'll say, like, I think that's like 7 or 8 passes right there. So again, you know, with all this being said, these little bumps that we have, like, for example, this guy bumping up by 5 passes, or this guy bumping up by 7 passes, you know, it might not sound like a big deal, but it definitely is, right? For example, if we would have got this guy and we would have got this guy 5 passes less, he would have easily hit for us here. And yeah, this is amazing to see that we have these bumps already set up for these different games that are occurring in the next, you know, couple of hours here or later tonight or whatever it is, right? So that's great to see. As you guys know, the bread and butter of this channel, the bread and butter of the World Cup is taking guys either over together or under together, right? If they have a lot of possession, they're going to go over together. If they don't have as much possession, for example, these guys, they're going to go under together. So both these guys go under together. We have a setup right here in Valorant happening in the next couple of hours. Both these guys over together. And yeah, everything is looking very good. I will also say on Sleeper, we just cashed a 4.75x right here. 4.37x right here, which is nice to see. I think there were 2 discounts on Sleeper the past couple of days I sent out. This play misses, so we go down a unit, but then we go up 3.3 units from this entry alone right here, okay? So again, this is a discounted play on Sleeper. I tell you guys, Sleeper and Better, they're like base hits, right? You need to just take your Sleeper and Better discounts every day. They're base hits, and these 3 and 4-mans that I play on PrizePicks are the home runs that we try to go for every day. And again, most of these days in the World Cup, we are hitting these home runs every day, right? And you will see this is a play, another pick that missed here. And this is League of Legends correlation. So not only is soccer very correlated with pass attempts, so you can take guys over or under, but you can also do the same thing in esports. You can do the same thing in American football. So for example, quarterback receiver combinations. And this is what we do all year long, guys. This is our main bread and butter strategy, which is called correlation. Okay. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying these videos. I also posted a video yesterday going more in depth in my soccer strategy, what I look for, the type of positions to bet on and everything like that. And I want to give you guys one more tip. And I kind of talked about it in the video that I posted yesterday, but what I talked about is the lineups coming out about 45 minutes before the game is starting. Okay. So this game has started, but I took a screenshot of it and there were 13 minutes to go before the game was about to start. Now I'll say that Bernardo Silva, this player in particular, his line was at 58.5 for about 24 hours. It was there for like a day, and it didn't move, right? It was at 58.5 for the entire day. the entire 24-hour period. And what I told you guys yesterday in that video, and this is true, is that Portugal and Congo, this game is happening right now, but about 45 minutes before this game is starting, the guys' lineups get set. Okay, so the team's lineups get set about 45 minutes before the game is starting. And what I noticed, and you can do this with all these World Cup games, you can do this with all of normal soccer games as well, is that Bernardo Silva was actually playing this kind of winger position right here. And when he plays a winger position, he is not going to get as many pass attempts as when he plays like this position or this position, right? These are the type of positions, like these 4 to 6 positions are the guys that are going to get all the passes, a lot of the passes, maybe even this guy right here, because they're right in the middle of the field. They're kind of the nucleus of this team, getting a ton of passes. Now, these guys, Ronaldo, Silva, Neto, for example, and like if we go down to the Congo players, these two guys, they're the strikers. They're not going to get as many passes. And Silva is kind of playing this winger slash striker position in this game. So right when I saw that Silva was announced that he's going to play this position instead of this position, because he normally either plays this position or this position. And if he plays this position, yeah, he's probably getting 70 to 80 passes potentially. But if he plays this position, you could literally go look on sofascore.com, which is what I always tell you guys to use as research, completely free. There are games that he is playing like way worse teams, like teams that they're getting 80% possession, they're possessing the ball the entire game. And when he plays this position, the left wing position or right wing position, whatever it is, he is only getting at most like 45 passes. Okay, it's like almost impossible for this guy to go over and get 60 passes in this game. I do kind of just want to check the possession stats. You're going to see that, Portugal's possessing the ball. It's only 10 minutes into the game, but Portugal's possessing the ball extremely well. This is what you kind of would understand. It is Portugal versus the Congo, and Portugal is the much better team. I believe they're like third right now in actually potentially even winning the World Cup here, and they have a really solid team. But we'll have to see. But Silva, I did really like his under, and again, it all stemmed from the fact that we got we got information that PrizePicks is not taken into account, right? They did not know that he was going to be a winger, and you pretty much had 45 minutes to take Bernardo Silva under, and it was an amazing play. You'll see here this England game happening later today. The lineups are not confirmed yet, so the lineups get confirmed 45 minutes before the game starts. So a little bit of a tip there. Personally, I set a timer on my phone 45 minutes before all these games are starting so I can look at the lineups and see if there's any value there to take advantage of, okay? So I showed you guys this every single day. PrizePicks Underdog is tracked, Better's tracked, Sleeper's tracked, yeah, you guys know that I track absolutely everything on this channel. We're close to all-time highs on PrizePicks Underdog, and we probably will hit that in the next couple of days here. Let's get into the first pick of the day, which is going to be on Better here. We do have Asia Wilson, and we're going to take her over 32.5 points plus rebounds. So again, solid discount. Is it the best discount I've ever seen? No, but of course it's a discount, and every single day on Better and on Sleeper is like Taco Tuesday. So yesterday, I got to give PrizePicks credit. They had a lot of great discounts. The discounts all pretty much hit, so that's amazing to see. They even had a Cristiano Ronaldo discount this morning. That was a free pick, which is also great to see. But again, on Better and Sleeper, if you liked that happening the past 24 hours or the past 2 days, then you're going to love Better and Sleeper because they give discounts, about 2 to 3 discounts every single day, right? It doesn't matter if it's a random Thursday or random Monday or random Tuesday. They give out discounts every single day like clockwork. You just go into the app, you take the discounts, you pair it up with the picks I give you, or you can pair it up with your own picks, and you will make money long term. I can guarantee it. If you take these discounts long enough, and just take these discounts every single day, and you could throw a darter to dartboard and just pick random plays. You'll make money long term with these better discounts, guys. I'm telling you, it's not going to make you a millionaire. It's not going to make you hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you can easily make $300 to $400 in cash on Better and on Sleeper every single month just taking these discounts, right? And these are going to be 3x entries or whatever it is, right? Now, if you're some big baller that's like, man, I don't care about $30, like 10 to win 30, then yeah, do 10 to win, 200 or something like that. And maybe only hit one of them a month or a couple of them a month. But when you do, you're going to have a lot of, it's going to be fun, right? It's going to be a lot of money that you're going to be able to make on these apps because of the discount. So June, you'll see my deposit here. I'm going to go ahead and update you guys when I do, withdraw. And I'm going to go ahead and update you guys when I do withdraw in July, the money that I made in June here. And again, it's looking to be another probably $250 to $300 so far this month. All right. So we're going to do it again. Now, before I get into the PrizePicks plays, guys, I do want to say if you do want to get into my VIP, there's a multitude of ways to get in pretty much completely free, right? For $1 or, it's $10 and then you'll get paid another $10 or $20 to sign up for the apps, right? So again, $10, $1 on NOVIG today, which is absolutely insane. How NOVIG works, I get a lot of questions about this, is you're getting 90% off with my code detective. So you pretty much put in $1 and you get $10, right? You get $10 on NOVIG, which is amazing, right? You're instantly 10xing your money. If you want to put in $5, you'll instantly get $50, okay? So not only are you getting into my VIP for like $1 to $5, but on top of that, you're also making a free $45 on NOVIG. Right? So who doesn't want to do that? You're making free money. You're getting into the VIP. You're helping me out. And yeah, it's just everything is a win-win here. And you can take my NOVIG plays that I send out as well here. So NOVIG is going to be the number one thing that I recommend. Kalshi also for the month of June, guys, I'm giving away 2 free months of the VIP. So make sure to take advantage of that. All you have to do is sign up for Kalshi with my code detective. Again, my code is detective for all of these apps except Sleeper. On Sleeper, my code is paid. Okay. So code paid on Sleeper, code detective on everything else, but make sure to text me first so I can get you guys the right code or link or instructions. All these apps can be a little bit finicky, a little bit different, so just make sure to text me. Again, at maximum for all these apps, you're gonna have to deposit $10, right? Some of them are 5, some of them are 1, but maximum $10. If you want to deposit more than that, be my guest. I recommend depositing more money on Sleeper and on BETR on NOVIG because those are very profitable books. And again, you can just take the discounts that those apps give you and you can make money long-term with Sleeper and BETR, right? There's nowhere in the world, I'm telling you guys right now, where you could deposit like $50 into Sleeper, $50 into BETR, get matched on that money. You'll have $100 to like $150 on both these apps, and you can make $300 to $350 a month. Okay, there are people that literally buy rental properties or they invest in things out there, like they'll invest in things to make $300 a month. And all you have to do is literally spend maybe $50 to $100 of your own money into Sleeper, into BETR. And again, you're not losing the money. People act like you're losing the money. It's just in an app, right? It's like in a bank app. And you can make a side hustle type income where you can pay off like a car, you can pay off groceries, whatever it is, just using these apps. All right. So I know I sound crazy saying this, but it's like, dude, it's a huge deal to make an extra $350 a month, right? That's a massive deal. Not only on top of that, you could invest that money into other things like, the stock market and stuff, and you can make money on top of that. And, I'll get into that in other videos, but of course, that is my main theory and all this stuff. Braxton Ashcraft is going to be the first play of the day on PrizePicks, guys. This is a 5.75x. Okay. So you're pretty much getting absolutely no payout shift for this line here, or for this 3-man entry, which is absolutely amazing. First pick is going to be Ashcraft to go over 28.5 pitcher fantasy score. Really like this line by Ashcraft here. I do think that Pitt goes ahead and wins this game. And if you guys don't know how pitcher fantasy score works, they actually get more points for a good start, and they get more points for a pitcher win. Okay, so if a team is likely to win in MLB, the pitcher is likely to go over in fantasy score. If they're going to lose, they're probably going to go under. And you'll see most of these games that he's going under is because they lose, right? They lose here, they lose here, lose here, lose here. And the times that he goes over, it's because he's winning, right? So literally the past 10 games, you're going to see every time he goes over, it's a win. Every time he goes under, it's a loss. Right now, Pittsburgh is slightly favored. They're 53% favorites right here. And again, there is always a chance that he does go over, even if they do lose the game with just strikeouts and stuff like that. And you can still get a good start and stuff like that with pitchers here, even if you do end up losing the game later on, okay? So that's going to be the first pick of the day. It's going to be Ashcraft to go over fantasy score. And then we're going to take 2 players on Uzbekistan, and we're going to take them both under together, okay? So first of all, this is a defender on Uzbekistan, and this is actually the primary attacker on Uzbekistan. So this is kind of like the Cristiano Ronaldo on Uzbekistan. And normally I do not like taking attackers to go over or under, whatever it is, on these pass attempts, but I think this guy's line is way too high. It's at 23.5, and it's just way too high as an attacker. Normally the attacker is only going to get like maybe in the high teens, maybe like 16 to 18 passes, and 23.5 is too high for this guy. I'll also say Colombia is a dark horse in this tournament, okay? Colombia is a very solid team. They have a really good combination of young players and veterans, guys who have been playing for 10 plus years in the top leagues. So they have a really good combination of like experience and kind of just like young talent and such. And Colombia is a much better team than I think a lot of people think they are. I think Colombia possesses the ball at least 65% of the game, okay? So obviously if Colombia possesses the ball 65% of the game, that means Uzbekistan only possesses the ball 35% of the game, causing these guys to go under in their pass attempts, okay? Very simple formula, guys. If you have a lot of possession, you're going to go over. If you don't have a lot of possession, you're going to go under, okay? That is really as simple as it gets, right? So I'm taking 2 Uzbekistan guys to go under. This one's happening tonight at, I believe, 9 p.m., something like that. So go ahead and lock that one in. Guys, this is what we're going to be doing all World Cup, right? It doesn't really get any more complicated than this. It's just taking 2 players or, multiple players on one team, and we're going to take them over together or under together in pass attempts based on if they're going to have a lot of possession or not a lot of possession. For example, and it doesn't always have to be the favorites, right? Senegal was not the favorites versus France, but the Senegal players went over because they had a pretty good game, and they only had 45% possession in that game, but they were expected to probably have 40% or less in that game, but they outperformed their expectations, right? So it's not as simple as just always taking the favorites over and the non-favorites to go under. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But again, this is a really, really good pick for a 5.75x, which is absolutely insane that we get that pretty much without a payout shift on PrizePicks today. Here's the pick on BETR. I give you guys a multitude of ways to get into my VIP, whether it's with BETR, with Kalshi, with Sleeper, with NOVIG for $1, guys. There's a number of ways to get into my VIP for a month. And again, we have a whole month left of the World Cup, right? The World Cup is finishing on the 19th of July. So we actually have like 32 more days of the World Cup. So if you get a month free of the VIP, you're going to get all of my plays up until the very end of the World Cup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let's cash some more 3-mans on this channel, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.